Hello, my name is Marie, and I'll be discussing TFK World Report, or otherwise known as Step 5. If you check this article, it's actually one of those articles in the issue of April. Now let's look at this picture right here. Okay, this picture is actually found in one of those famous movies of all time. Okay, I'm talking about Star Wars. We know that there are a lot of fans of Star Wars. Mostly people are never afraid to nerd out about Star Wars. And we know that Star Wars has those famous spaceship battles. And usually they would take place above a desert world. Isn't it fun? Okay, so let's talk about familiar faces. Okay, so we know in the movie Star Wars, I think it has it has brought about a lot of fictional characters, and those fictional characters have been embedded in the minds of fans. We know that there are a lot of die-hard fans everywhere. Most of them like to dress up as Star Wars characters. So, Star Wars was first released in the year 1977 to 1983. Okay, I know you are very familiar with the characters. Okay, characters like, Han Solo, okay, played by Harrison Ford, and we have Chewbacca the Wookiee, played by Peter Mayhew, and another famous character is Leia, okay, played by Carrie Fisher. We know how big Carrie Fisher was in the 80s because of this role, and Luke Skywalker, which was played by Mark Hamill. Now, in the major mystery in The Force Awakens is the whereabouts of Skywalker, the main hero in the original 3 films. According to Abrams, okay, Abrams is the director of The Force Awakens. Okay, when the movie opens in a new movie, I mean rather story opens in a new movie, Luke has become a kind of mythic figure. Okay, so we are going to talk about some vocabulary words like this. Okay, we have whereabouts. So what is the meaning of whereabouts? It means the place where a person or thing is. Okay, let's type it right there in the chat window. And another word is mythic. Okay, it means imaginary or not real. Okay, if we're done with this, we'll be talking about timeless tales. Okay, we know that timeless tales have this huge impact on fans. And in Star Wars, most people actually believe that Star Wars has one of the greatest storylines ever invented. And we know that whenever someone mentions the name of George Lucas, I think this person right here does not need any introduction. He is George Lucas, and he invented Star Wars. Okay, so we have to say that Star Wars has some of those timeless tales. Okay, George Lucas has said that Star Wars was inspired in part by myths and fairy tales passed down through generations. Abrams, the director, who was 11 when he saw the first movie in 1977, believes that Lucas's creation has become a modern mythology in all its own. Okay, I believe in that. We know that Star Wars, okay, before Star Wars was invented, I think George Lucas was inspired by a lot of events, which happens to most writers, most creators. And we know that Star Wars has become so popular that it is already considered a kind of culture. At first, there was a cult following until it became so big that almost every person that you meet is a fan of Star Wars. Okay, now let's talk about this. There are some words here that are very helpful. Okay, just like the word mythology. Okay, mythology means a popular belief that is probably not true. And mythology is actually seen as one of those features found not only in books but also in movies. Okay, and there is another word. Okay, we have the word ingrained. Okay, the word ingrained means to establish something, such as a belief so firmly that it's not likely to change. And another word here that is highlighted is the word connected. Okay, connected, meaning joined together. So the example here is one of its main messages, he says, is that we're all connected to one another in some way. Okay, so connected meaning joined together. It reminds you that you are capable of extraordinary things. Okay, we have the word extraordinary. Okay, we know how some people like to use the word extraordinary. And we know that most directors, most writers like their work to appear extraordinary to people. So we can actually see how much impact this word has on a lot of people. Okay, so extraordinary, meaning very unusual, special, unexpected, or strange. And that you will find trust and loyalty and friendship in the most unlikely of places and situations. I'd like to think that kids today would want and need that message as much as I did. Okay, we know that most movies have strong messages to the masses. And I know Star Wars can actually bring some powerful messages to most people. Okay, and the last line here says or is not a bad message on Earth or in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, I hope that one has had a huge impact on you. So thanks for listening. My name is Marie. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.